shots that I can make, and I'm never going to stop shooting. So, I mean, until I break out of it.
The drama surrounding the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game wasn't born from a rivalry on the court or a last-second shot that missed its mark. It was born in a press conference chair, under the glare of national cameras, as petty remarks and subtle eye rolls laid bare the festering dysfunction simmering beneath the league's polished exterior. What was supposed to be a celebration of unity turned into a full-blown PR disaster, and once again, Caitlin Clark was at the center of it all, even though she wasn't even in the room. The moment came swiftly and unexpectedly. Kelsey Plum, with a smug composure and forced nonchalance, decided to mention that Team Caitlin Clark had been notably absent from the players-only meeting that morning, a meeting where the now viral "pay us what you owe us" shirts were discussed and coordinated. That single jab, dressed up like a casual observation, detonated the entire illusion of solidarity that the league was trying so desperately to project. It was a cheap shot, and Sabrina Ionescu, sitting right beside Plum, knew it. Sabrina didn't interrupt. She didn't explode. She didn't even raise her voice. Instead, she gave the camera an iconic eye roll, followed by a cool, sarcastic line that sliced cleaner than any rant ever could, that really needed to be mentioned. The room fell into an awkward silence, and the media laughed nervously. Sensing that they had just witnessed something historic, and not in a good way, the backlash was instant. Social media lit up like a wildfire. Fans and analysts alike zeroed in on Plum's decision to throw shade at the only team associated with Caitlin Clark, the one player responsible for more than half of the league's newfound business boom. And then there was Sabrina, trying to hold the press conference together.
For myself, which is at times can be hard to do, and I'm honestly proud of myself for doing that.
With sheer professionalism, while clearly stunned by the audacity unfolding next to her. This wasn't just a press conference slip. It was a mirror held up to the entire WNBA, and what it reflected was insecurity, jealousy, and a staggering lack of self-awareness. Caitlin Clark, sidelined with an injury and not even present, became the target of more passive-aggressive fire from her own league peers. And Kelsey Plum, a veteran who should have known better, didn't just throw her under the bus. She tried to drag the entire team along for the ride. That morning was supposed to be about unity. The shirts were meant to symbolize collective strength, a unified demand for better pay, better treatment, and better conditions across the league. For one shining moment, the WNBA had managed to get every player from rookies to veterans to agree on something. They walked out arm in arm wearing the same shirt, demanding the same respect. It should have been powerful, should have been inspirational. And then Plum opened her mouth. Her comment unraveled the entire facade.
Sure will be loud. It gives them an opportunity to just scream at the top of their lungs. So,
Can't stand on a stage, preaching unity, and then immediately follow it up by publicly shaming your own teammates, especially the ones associated with the player keeping your league afloat. The hypocrisy was breathtaking. If the message was, "We're in this together," then why use that very platform to fracture the front line? What makes it worse is that Caitlin Clark did wear the shirt. She did stand with them, despite having every reason to sit that one out. She's the reason the lights were even on for that press conference. It's the reason the WNBA is having CBA negotiations worth debating in the first place. And how is she rewarded? With snide remarks, rolled eyes, and silent resentment. You want to talk about media training? The league doesn't just need it, it's screaming for it. Because Kelsey Plum's mic drop moment didn't elevate the players' cause, it obliterated their credibility. If anything, it exposed what fans and sponsors have long suspected. The WNBA isn't suffering because of low visibility, it's suffering from self-sabotage. The very next day, videos surfaced of fans trying desperately to resell their All-Star tickets. Some tickets had been purchased for as high as $121 after Caitlin Clark was ruled out due to injury. Those same seats were being offered for as little as $64, and still, there were no takers. Entire rows sat empty inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse. In Indianapolis, even though the league technically claimed to sell out, Floor seats that had once been listed for over $1,000 were practically being given.
We played a lot of pickup. We were in here all the time. I was in here with Keith all the time. Had teammates come
Given away. And yet the demand had evaporated into thin air. Why? Because the one name that mattered wasn't playing. Caitlin Clark wasn't just the star of the event. She was the event. She wasn't there, and so fans stayed home. Local businesses, hotels, restaurants, and vendors who had stocked up for a booming weekend all saw the ripple effect. Buzz was gone. The money vanished. The air was sucked out of the room, and in that same airless room, players like Kelsey Plum decided the moment called for sarcasm, not gratitude. Disrespect, not acknowledgement. How backwards can you get? And then there's Sabrina Ionescu, a class act in a league that desperately needs more of them. Her restrained sarcasm, that masterfully delivered eye roll, it was a lifeline thrown into chaos. It said what so many were thinking. This isn't it. This isn't how we move forward. Sabrina wasn't just trying to keep the peace. She was trying to keep the league from imploding in front of a national audience. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Every single player wearing those shirts,
a decent amount, maybe upper 20s. I guess it just depends how I feel and how the game goes.
owes Caitlin Clark a thank you. She's the reason they're even having these conversations. About money, exposure, and respect. Without her, there's no packed arenas, no exploding ratings, no national headlines. She turned a niche product into a marketable commodity in less than one season. And what does she get in return? Ice-cold shoulders, press conference side-eyes, and cheap shots from teammates who should be thanking her. Let's not pretend this was an isolated incident. From the constant physical abuse Clark has endured on the court, to the online smear campaigns and fan-voted lists that ranked her laughably low, there's a pattern here, a very disturbing one. The league's rising star has been repeatedly targeted, downplayed, and dismissed. And yet she's handled it all with maturity, grace, and the kind of composure that most veterans
That's where we're really fortunate, is that we have those other deals.
haven't come close to displaying. The contrast is staggering. While Plum was busy undermining the league's image in front of a national audience, Clark was recovering from injury, promoting the event, and staying silent. No retaliatory tweets, no press statements. No, just quiet strength. And it spoke louder than any soundbite ever could. But how long can she keep carrying this league? While being dragged from within, the fans have drawn their line in the sand. They've spoken with their wallets. The ticket price collapse was just one symptom. Sponsorship interest, merchandise sales, even media coverage, all follow the Caitlin Clark gravitational pull. When she's involved, everything trends up. When she's gone, everything nosedives. And the players know it. That's what makes the sniping so transparent.
You play a decent amount, maybe upper 20s. I guess it just depends how I feel and how.
You don't lash out at someone who isn't a threat. You lash out when you feel your spotlight fading. That's not leadership. That's insecurity. The league should be treating Caitlin Clark like a once-in-a-generation treasure, not like a lightning rod for resentment. Instead, she's enduring more disrespect than any other top prospect in recent memory. Let's call it what it is. A toxic culture where jealousy takes priority over growth and petty shots matter more than shared success. Meanwhile, Clark continues to be the adult in the room. She wears the shirts. She shows up to promote the league even when she can't play. She leads by example. She takes the hits and never swings back. And still, the league acts like they can build the future without her. As if the future isn't. Already wearing
our program, but how much things changed for women's basketball in my time here, so.
Number 22, and selling out every arena she walks into. If the WNBA wants a golden era, it's within reach. But it won't come from hashtags or press conferences or sarcastic sound bites. It'll come from acknowledging reality. And that reality is simple. Caitlin Clark is the reason this league is on the rise. She's not just a player. No, she's the foundation. So the next time someone like Kelsey Plum decides to flex at a microphone, maybe they should pause and consider what they're really undermining. Because when the numbers don't lie and the fans start to tune out, it won't be the press conference moment they remember. It'll be the one superstar who never got the support she deserved. If you support Caitlin and Sabrina, comment below CC and Sabi, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the real story behind the headlines. We'll see you in the next one.